Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another wonderful week and Great Day, Washington, of course. I'm Kristen Burcett-Harris.
And I'm Ellen Bryan. Happy Monday, everyone. Big Monday, especially if you're in the UK, Kristen.
Oh my gosh, this is so fascinating.
So much news coming out of the UK. You know they're calling it Megxit. There is a big meeting. We're going to be following it today and bring you the latest.
Plus, the Oscar nominations just came out. A few surprises, a few snubs. We're going to get to those towards the end of the show. But first, Ellen, let's start with that Megxit info.
All right, so here's the latest. The Queen, Prince Harry, his dad, Prince Charles, also his brother, Prince William, they are all holding crisis talks today to discuss what Harry's transition out of being a senior royal, what that's going to look like. So we know Meghan is expected to join the conversation by phone because she's already in Canada with baby Archie.
Right.
We know the Queen, of course, is not a fan of this entire thing. She's trying to come up with a better solution. Finances seem to be the biggest sticking point here. Harry and Meghan say they already pay the cost of private travel. Prince Harry reportedly inherited $17 million when his mother died. Now, Meghan, of course, was a successful actress. We know her well here in America. Prior to marrying into the royal family, they are planning to keep their home in the UK, but that is only if the Queen allows it, since she technically owns it. And changes could also be coming to their security detail. Kristen, this is fascinating. So they currently have armed guards with guns, but one BBC report suggests they might change to guards with tasers. Guards with tasers instead. So much more is going to come out of today's meeting. I wish, again, we could be the fly on the wall and hear that phone conversation. But there are so many leaks coming from inside the palace right now. I feel like we're getting a lot of good information.
It's so fascinating that just how all of this has transpired. And there's so much leading up to this that I never knew what to believe. Like, you hear about Harry and William. Are there really rifts? Kate and Meghan, are there really rifts? You know, how much of that is blown out of proportion, is gossip, and how much of that is real? Well, they kind of prove that a lot of that is probably real. And there's also the report that Harry had approached the Disney CEO about getting Meghan voiceover work
for donations to charity.
Right. So, I mean, they'll have no problem. That's where the kind of the sticky point is, though. What work do they do for income, and what work do they do for charity? I mean, there's still that that famous face.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't know. It's I mean, every family has their riffs, right? Of course, it doesn't all play out in the public.
Very public. Very, very public.
Oh my gosh.
Did you watch the Critic Choice Award last night?
I did not. I was watching football.
Oh, yeah. Oh, poor Ravens, by the way. Poor Ravens. We'll talk about that. Jennifer Aniston, she was not there either. She missed out on last night's Critics' Choice Awards, but she had a very good reason. There was a Friends reunion. Aniston posted photos, I know, of her on Instagram showing herself hanging out with her Friends co-stars, Courtney Cox and Lisa Kudrow. The caption read, "Hi from the girls across the hall."
I love that.
Do you think that means something bigger?
I don't know.
Or is it just what it is? It's a photo.
But remember, her first post on Instagram was the whole cast.
Oh, yeah.
So I feel like she's been posting so much. She's had a lot of these reunions with them. So maybe something will come out. And you think about my girls, especially our 12-year-old, she's obsessed with Friends.
Right.
And I love
watching all the reruns.
Yeah, because they watch them on Netflix or whatever. And she can crush anybody in Friends trivia. You know, I love seeing all the young kids with the Friends and the Central Park and everything. So, I mean, it's one of those, it's got to be perfect. You don't want to ruin it.
Right. It would be relevant, though.
It would be huge.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, we'll see.
I know.
Or maybe they just had a nice reunion and good for them.
It's been fun to rewatch it, you know? It's just like, oh, okay. And you see it a different way as an adult.
Right,
and
funny. Than when you're younger. This is a new stat coming out. Women now outnumber men in the workforce for the second time in history. Of the 145,000 jobs gained in December, women picked up the vast majority of them at 139,000. That gain means that women now make up slightly more than 50% of the workforce. Quickening job growth in healthcare and also education is what is leading to those gains. And economists say that the gender gap is also narrowing because more women than men are actually getting a college degree.
I love those stats and that number. I want the next story to say there's more women CEOs and presidents of companies
and
than
the pay is becoming equal.
And the pay is equal.
Right.
If not more for women.
It's a growth. It's a growth, especially with the 100-year celebration for the right to vote.
So women are taking over.
Yeah. All right, and then I also like this, because how do you feel Sunday evening?
Oh my gosh.
Knowing we're going back to work. Do you know?
Reading this, it was like almost spot on timing wise.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go. The Sunday scaries are leading to Monday dread. According to one poll, people start getting anxious about work Sunday afternoon, precisely at 3:58 p.m.
It's very specific.
3:58 p.m. Contributing to the dread is thinking too much about work and spending too much time on chores, yes, instead of self-care. And more than 70% of people surveyed say their sleep schedule was often messed up by the end of the weekend.
Yeah, you think first thing, especially for us that are getting up even earlier, I think all I want is to sleep in tomorrow. And of course, the first day after, never can sleep in because you're still in that routine. And then come Sunday morning, sleep in too much, and then it's hard to get up
harder to go to bed on time. I notice I have to find a new routine because just like they said, I'm doing the laundry still cooking. And last night I sat down at 7:30 p.m. and I was like, I have to find something new because I can't spend all Sunday trying to get all the chores done. And then you're like, oh my gosh, I have to go to work now in 12 hours.
Well, it's the last thing you want to think about after a full day of work. And if you have kids, you're running kids around or other obligations. And you're right. I feel like the whole Saturday, Sunday is running chores,
trying to
running
get things
errands,
together.
Doing the laundry, and then all of a sudden Monday's here. We talked about those 4-day work weeks before. I think that's looking better and better.
There's something to that.
Right? Well, we were talking about this weekend was huge for the NFL.
Yes.
So I was watching some of the football games with my husband, and now there are only 4 teams left that still have their Super Bowl dreams alive. In the AFC, the Tennessee Titans will need another big running performance from Derrick Henry if they want to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. In the NFC, it will be a matchup of 2 storied NFL franchises when the Green Bay Packers play the San Francisco 49ers. And then, of course, the winners head to Miami for Super Bowl 54 on February 2nd. Now, my husband's from Baltimore, so we root for the Ravens. I think a lot of people in this area, it would be nice to bring a Super Bowl trophy back to the DMV. They were awful.
That's what I heard.
They were so awful. But you got to give it to the Tennessee Titans. They knocked down the Patriots first. Then they came in and knocked out the Ravens like in superior fashion, who was the best team in football all week. And it's just kind of so frustrating in Charm City. I know it was electric and everybody was so excited, and they just...
I heard the score didn't really reflect. I didn't watch the game.
The score should have been much worse.
Yeah, they said the score should have actually been worse. That the Titans don't score much typically, and so that's why it looked better than what they actually played.
Well, and what's great is it was a good weekend because you had that, which was the upset. The Kansas City Texans game. Texans had 21 points in the first quarter.
Right.
Kansas City had like a 41-3 comeback.
Right.
So it makes it because you
Never
are playing the best of the best. Right. You never count yourself out. It's just a matter of how you handle that adversity.
Knowing the season's done at the end of that game is, that makes everybody. The stakes are higher.
Stakes are higher. It's really sad that it's almost over. And then like college football, it's over tonight.
Yeah.
Championship game is tonight. Clemson, LSU, the 2 Tigers will take the field in the fight for the college football playoff national championship title. Clemson, of course, won 2 of the last 3 national championships, while LSU looking for its first national title since 2007. Kickoff 8 o'clock tonight in Louisiana. So it's in New Orleans. LSU's in Baton Rouge.
Oh,
you might as well be playing it in Baton Rouge.
You're right.
It's going to be a big home field advantage for LSU. But the Clemson Tigers, because they're both Tigers, the Clemson Tiger fans travel really well too.
Are you going to stay up for this tonight?
I'll probably watch like the first half and then go to bed.
Okay.
I've tried doing that and then coming to work the next day. You don't want to be around me.
Morning mix tomorrow. Kristen's just sleeping through it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm rooting for LSU. I'm an SEC girl, but this should be a really good game. Joe Burrows, you got Heisman Trophy winner. It should be a really great game.
I'm with LSU only because our house roots for LSU, so I just go to make the house happy.
You want everybody to be
calm and peaceful.
So the big game tonight, we're going to have some really cool ideas for food that you could serve at this game or for championship weekend. That's coming up. This is a great story. Serena Williams, right? She won her first tennis title since becoming a mother almost 3 years ago. Can you believe that?
No.
The tennis pro won the ASB Classic in New Zealand over the weekend. And after her win, Williams announced she's donating her $43,000 prize money to help fight the bushfires in Australia.
I've been playing Australia for over 20 years, and it's been really hard for me to watch all the news and everything that has been happening in Melbourne, not in Melbourne, but in Australia with all the fires and over 1 billion animals and people that have lost their homes, and so much has happened. So I decided at the beginning of the tournament, every match I played, I'd donate a dress, and I'd also donate all my prize money for a great cause.
I love that. And she's wearing a cape like a queen should.
I was looking at that too.
That is pretty awesome prize. The U.S. Tennis Association also announced it would donate $500,000 to the relief efforts. And what's next for Serena? She's now ready to get ready for the Australian Open tournament. Starts next Monday. And what did we hear would be her 74th title she's going after?
Right.
74?
Right. Yeah. To win.
Win.
She's won a ton.
Well, congrats to Serena. Okay, everybody get your pink ready. The DC Newswomen are excited to announce the kickoff of News Bash 2020. Our 11th breast cancer fundraiser is set for Tuesday, February 18th. We are back at Pearl Street Warehouse at the Wharf. The DC Newswomen, a collaboration of women in local TV and radio news here in the DC area. And our beneficiary this year is the cancer support group Step Sisters. All the money we raise will go towards their crisis fund, which actually helps patients, pay mortgage and rent and groceries, utilities, helps them really think about their treatment and not their bill. So February 18th, we hope you guys will all come out and join us. It's always an incredible time, and tickets go on sale 10.
So good when you gave that speech a couple years ago.
Of course, so close to my heart, but such a great cause. So we want to announce that, and we'll be back with more Great Day right after this.